Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene in the living world of darkness reach across New York. Today's scene will feature a warning beforehand. If you are uncomfortable with anything that is labeled Black Dog, I suggest you close this window right now. If you are, then I hope you do enjoy. This is your only warning, and I'll not give another one. We start our scene with the Afro-Aru Waspstinger in the middle of the Sept, gathering her packmates. Well, her temporary packmates for this mission. For this is her Elder Challenge. To go to the realm of atrocities, the Atrocity realm. To find the location of the moonstones that were formerly a part of the Uktena-Sept, the Sept of Running Stones, that was destroyed. To go and find those, place them at their own Sept, in order to find to create a proper moon bridge to the tree. And this is where we will start our scene.
Waspstinger is waiting at the traditional Black Fury training grounds. She has all of the fetishes and talons that she has requisitioned from the Sept all laid out in front of her. She's keeping count on a clipboard where she has written everybody who she is assigned to this challenge. And right now she's just pacing.
Kallie will look up and sort of scrunch her nose as she looks up at Waspstinger. You know, you're eventually going to cut a trail in the ground if you don't actually relax a little bit.
This isn't a very easy time to relax, Kallie. Pace.
No, it isn't, but you need to calm the fuck down. Seriously. You're gonna wear yourself to death.
I'm calm.
Okay.
So let's let's just say that Xavier just pops up. Well, hello.
Hey Xavier, how's it going?
Not bad at all.
Sort of gives him a once over. You ready?
I am.
So Kachina walks in with some war paint on his face and the stuff he wore last time he went there. And he looks distraught. He nods at everybody.
Hey Kachina. You okay?
Kachina does not relish the thought of having to really live, having to do what he did last time. But Kachina has prepared himself to see again things that he saw before.
Understand. This is not a sight anybody here will enjoy.
If we are going and we see what happens afterwards, I don't know if everyone knows what Kachina did to end the suffering of the elders of that Sept.
Whatever it was, I'm sure it was what was necessary.
When do you guys want me to order the food? Now, later?
It was a mercy Kachina ended their lives. Every last one of them himself.
I mean, all I did was eat breakfast and doing at my work.
And so in comes Emmett on that somber note.
For breakfast.
She nods to him as well. Emmett?
Waspstinger? Oh, I apologize, Waspstinger Raya.
It's fine. Are you prepared?
Yes. Are you?
Yes.
Olaf walks up. This is likely the first time he's ever met Waspstinger, unless she's spied him from afar before.
You know she has.
Oh, probably, but Olaf doesn't know that. His head's been wrapped up in other things. So when he does approach her, he introduces himself, as well he should, to someone of a higher station. I am Olaf Trygvasion, son of Ragnar Trygvasion and Lily Rens the Flesh, half-moon of the Fenrir, a Cleath. It is an honor to meet you, Waspstinger Raya.
She holds out her hand. Pleasure is mine, Waspstinger, Othro Arun of the Black Furies. Hamid-born.
He shakes her hand.
Heard good things about you, so I wanted to extend the invitation to join us. Do you know where we're going?
I do.
What do you know about the place?
Well, time for me to roll some intelligence umbral lore.
Might as well do the same, because I actually have Umbra lore.
One success.
Probably.
Okay, so with one success, Olaf, you know that the Atrocity realm is, well, it's the realm of atrocities. The most horrific crimes in the history of the world are recorded and kept there. That's all you know.
It is the holding ground of the world's butchery and cruelty.
It is. It is a place where every horrible atrocity that has ever occurred exists simultaneously, replaying over and over again.
All the Star Wars prequels at the same time. Terrifying.
Not that, please, no.
You can roll a P&E on Olaf if you want when she mentions like terrible crimes.
Can tell Emmett's going for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
This man has done some god-awful things, like things that were not excusable under, I mean, maybe in his own mind, but definitely not under the laws of wolves and men, and he knows it.
It's a very long, hard look. Are you prepared to go to such a place?
I am.
Once we leave for the Atrocity Realm, nobody's allowed to just turn around and come back. If we've departed on our journey, we will not come back until we've found the locations of the Moonstones. Is that understood?
No son of Fenris runs from a fight, Raya. I will not run out on you.
It's not a fight that I'm worried about you running from.
You think I'm actually going to leave you there alone? Let you go alone?
Raya, more things are a fight than people give it credit for. I will not run.
You all are prepared to stand by and observe as one of our allied septs. She sort of trails off, falls to the worm.
Considering the things that most of us have seen, Raya, I don't think that any of us here are squeamish about seeing such things. Not anymore.
Understood. If you all understand what you were getting yourselves into, where we were going, I'll give everybody one chance to back out of this. If not, we will get going.
I think you have your answer, Waspstinger, Raya.
Notice she can't help but grin a little bit. She's proud the bravery of all these young Guru. Good. I have a selection of talons and fetishes that will be quite useful for our journey. She walks over. Emmett, as our one of our galliards, I've decided to entrust you with the harmony flute. Do you know how to play one of these? She says, holding it out towards him.
I think so. It'll, should be easy enough. Thank you.
Nods. The moment somebody appears to be losing their cool is when you use it.
You got it.
Grabs the magpie swag. Xavier,
Yes, Raya?
hold on to this. Your tribe is known for being very quick. I'm going to store the excess talons in this magpie swag. You'll be responsible for delivering them to anybody who will need them in a pinch.
Yes, ma'am.
She hands it to him. Additionally, she counts the heads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd like everybody to take 2 of these Gaia's breath. And 1 of each of these cookies. And 1 nightshade talon. Earth cookies and wind cookies.
Out of character, Andrew, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
Now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we can.
Alright. Alright. So he smiles to himself when he takes the cookies. And he takes the Gaia's breath things and puts them in a little bag with some other ones.
Make it quick for her.
All of the remaining unclaimed talons are going into that magpie swag, which she will give to Xavier.
OOC, do you want me to roll to activate Magpie?
You need to roll to activate that?
Max?
Yeah, not really.
Hmm?
Not really.
Okay. So, just takes whatever left and puts them in.
She nods to everybody. Let us go.
Kallie will stand up and pick up the normal quiver she wears, plus a secondary quiver, which she bundles up around her waist. And spends a point of rage for flurry of arrows.
How loud can I?
By the way, are we in the Umbra or are we in the just in the normal world?
I'll say we're in the Umbra. Why not?
Sweet. Emmett then looks at Xavier and he'll say, "Let's throw down a Call of the Wild."
All right.
So what do you all want to hear?
I support you in this matter.
More willpower.
No, I already know.
If we are going to see things that are going to test us mentally, then perhaps a anthem to bolster our fortitude of mind might be a really good idea.
Okay, what movie or like you say?
Oh, it's going to be stamina plus empathy.
Oh, gotcha.
Emmett's shifting to his foe and doing it. By the way, Andrew, we're getting a lot of background noise from your bed.
Sorry.
No problem.
Oh yeah. Are we counting in the cookies too?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
at least I am.
So that is.
And you're getting some support, so another dice.
Oh yeah, Xavier, you also get another dice.
Okay. 10.
And may Reindeer watch over our minds like he does over our bodies.
Okay. So
3 from Emmett and 4 from Xavier.
So what does that give us, Max?
Well, what exactly are you howling for?
mental fortitude.
Mental fortitude. Okay. I want somebody to put this in the chat for any time you are rolling for a. And I'm very specifically saying this. You get an extra dice to roll with your stamina rolls if you are resisting mental assaults, as well as willpower checks. So an extra die in your stamina and your willpower checks if you are being mentally assaulted or like having to resist a horrible vision or some sorts.
Put it in the chat.
Okay.
Excellent.
Oh wait, how many extra dice?
I think it's just one, like an extra die.
1.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Alright. So then, I guess all of our brave heroes step on to the moon bridge and head towards the realm of atrocities. Don't they?
Oh yes.
Okay.
Let's wait a minute. Ain't active. Oh well. Emmett's in Krykos right now, just so that way he can, play the harmony flute.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to put down the forms that we're in, we can put them in the chat.
I don't mind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6 of you get onto the moon bridge. As you step on, you travel forward. You are all steadfast, sure of yourself. You can handle this. You have confidence in yourself. You are able to do this. You're able to withstand whatever this umbral realm, this ominous sounding realm can throw at you. You're able to get past it, right? That's what you think. It's what you believe. We will shift our scene to the moon bridge. As the party walks and walks slowly but surely, their noses will pick up a stench. It's not the smell of the umbra. They'll pick up the stench of a foul smell, a wasteland long dead. A wasteland filled with rotting corpses and the iron stench of blood. As you notice, you walk further and further on this moon bridge, and if you look perhaps over your shoulder, you might notice that your footsteps are leaving behind blood-red prints. They slowly sink in to the bridge itself.
Emmett looks over at this grimly, sniffs everything around him, and he's like, "We've stepped into Detroit."
Like to. Alright, everybody. I'd like you all to stay as close to me as possible. Nobody is going to be wandering off to check anything out without informing the rest of the group first. Nobody is going anywhere alone. And nobody is going to keep from speaking up in case anything happens to them. If you're not feeling well, you will tell us. There is no need to tough things out. Aside from that, let's go. Waspstinger will take a step, just one step ahead of the group, and survey the land before her.
In front of you lies a broken land. One divided, one wasted, one blood-soaked in battle and murder. As you arrive into the realm of atrocities, to the left, what is there? Oh, isn't that where they burned 500 people? No, not 500, what am I saying? 2,000 people at the stake at once. As you can all hear the screams, you can smell the cooking of flesh and the burning of blood. To the right, was that you here? Oh, right. Isn't that where all the Jews were being thrown into graves, alive and buried, slowly suffocating to death? Screaming for a bit of mercy, screaming and begging for their lives. And there are many more like these extending in front of you. This is the scene you see before you.
Raya, do we have some way to sift through all this to hone in on the place that we need to look so we can see what we need to see?
Gonna roll my intelligence Umbra lore. Two successes.
Well, you've heard stories about a black library that's supposedly somewhere in the realm of atrocities. Maybe you could find something there?
Looks like Kachina. If I remember correctly, there's a library sort of catalog of all of these themes, of all of these places. Locate that. It should be able to point us in the right direction.
So he takes off his backpack and takes out a really big book that kind of glows.
Yeah, well, I'm giving her the layout for 2 girls later. Window is closed.
Creative use of
All the way closed.
Right of the Questing Stone. A book should be in the library. So I should be able to find the library here using the book I have.
Do you have a name of a particular book?
I don't even know the name of this book. It's blank. I know it has stuff in it once I'm worthy of it.
Sadly, no.
Son of a... Pack the book back away. I had an idea, but I don't think it would work. I don't have the name of a particular book that would be in that library, or what they would classify them as. So I can't do Questing Stone, and I don't have a piece of anything from anyone here for
No, I need to fix that.
any gifts I
I'm
know.
giving her too many ones that she can actually pick from based on her intelligence
Okay.
or...
Anybody else? The floor is open. The blood spreads before you, and every footsteps you make, you hear a little scream of death, scream of murder. You can feel the iron blood sticking towards the bottom of your feet. You sense the smells getting more choked up. What do you do?
Suppose we should keep going forward then.
Lead the way then. Be right behind you.
Sorry. Olaf follows.
And going to walk past the people burning at the stake. Walk
I'll
past.
make one! Then they'll know that there's something up.
Walk past the nerds playing D&D.
No, it's not even D&D. It's
I have
fucking Pathfinder.
I have an idea.
Shrinking it.
I know a rite that will call forth ancestors to help guide us.
That's what the Knoll's doing right now. Unfortunately, you have to get rid of them.
Alright.
So you're there.
So Max, the rite I learned, the
War. Where are you putting it?
it's not Rite of Bloodkin, it's the other one. Frick, if I can remember the stupid name of it now. Basically, it gives you
Front door.
extra dice in
Oh, put the...
investigation.
Actually make it so I can see more than 3 feet.
To help you find your answer to your question.
No offense, all the breeds.
Squad leaders going back to work.
You're not gonna be able to use investigation dice for this, my good sir.
Well, that's the mechanical thing. Is you literally summon an ancestor, and it helps track down the things and answer your questions to help lead you to it, and mechanically gives you investigation dice.
The
But
rogue should probably go in the back with you.
I'm guessing I could probably use an ancestor to use for different dice if you would allow it.
Do you have a common sense merit?
I do.
You do not know this, right? And you do not know what's going on in Kachina's head, my good sir.
Oh,
I know what's going on
the
in
only thing is,
Kachina's
if I summon one, it will probably come from the Atrocity realms, won't it? Which will mean it's insane, which means it won't be very much help anyways. Okay, there's Kachina's common sense kicking in. Okay. I'll keep following them.
Actually, I'm thinking of XCOM when you're going to save the specialist.
Okay. 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 You're all walking forward. You're all going to a single direction without having any clue to where you're going.
Emmett will probably be making like small marks so that way they don't get fucking lost.
Marks. What is a mark in this realm of endless fucking wasteland? What is a mark in this place where all of the most horrible events of this planet are being repeated all over and over and over again? What's a mark in a place that gets covered up in blood again and again and again?
A smiley
The way
face.
back is the big umbral cord coming from me to that direction, whichever way my umbral cord tether is going. That's the way back.
Now that's something you can rely on.
All the walk in
Yeah.
and close the door.
Yeah, so he's making smiley faces.
Your smiley
Can we-
faces turn immediately into death faces.
Can we roll, like, intelligence enigmas? Or something of that like to possibly get an idea of where we need to go? Or survival, even, if we're dealing with cardinal directions?
You can roll enigmas or a lore.
What do I have more of? God damn it, I had Astra's sheet open the whole time.
Ain't gonna help us here, you fairy.
Actually, I can fucking sovereign one of the spirits, but whatever.
Waspstinger is going to go ahead and activate the Spirit Ward gift for our party.
2 successes, max. 2 successes.
Umberlore or enigmas?
Enigmas.
It's Umbra lore for me.
Enigmas for me, and I got 3.
Okay.
Basically, the school, or the members of the School of Hard Knocks are putting their heads together.
Yeah.
So who is rolling Umberlore and who is rolling enigmas?
Emmett
I'll
and I
roll
are
me.
rolling Enigmas, and Xavier is rolling Umbralore.
I will
Okay.
also roll some umbral lore.
Go
I'll roll
right
some
ahead, my good sir. Okay, so you roll lore, you roll Umberlore. Shelby, is that enigmas or Umberlore?
Enigmas.
Enigmas. Okay. Okay. With the Umberlore rollers. Do. An edifice of black stone that resembles a mausoleum It stands the size of a small city. It is a safe harbor, but dare those who tread, because the Librarion will guard it. For those enigmas, let's see. Ah! That is covered in blood. It leaves traces behind, from recent to old, from old to recent, from severity to, I want to say vanilla, but not really. Get what I mean. Maybe you could follow something along those lines.
Perception and alertness to see if there's a trail of blood anywhere.
Go right ahead. You can also use Primal Urge if you'd like.
Could we roll it also?
Oh, we're trying to get a trail, right?
Perception rolls in the Atrocity realm are made at difficulties 2 higher.
Thank you, my good sir. Oh, that reminds me, I should open the rules of this fucking realm.
2 successes.
I failed.
So,
Max, does the Farsighted work on this?
Hold on, Austin. What page are the rules on again?
I'm not using the W20 version. I'm using my own paperback version, page 50.
Let's see. I think I found the Atrocity realm. The Atrocity realm. Any spirits?
Just beware if you start distributing them.
Alright, so if we're doing survival, don't we have a 3 extra dice pool for that?
well, I don't. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it could use survival.
Like for instance, my ward.
Action alertness or perception. Primal Urge.
If you
well,
want to make a perception check in general, it's considered +2 difficulty.
And I'm a face bashing.
Alright, perception primal urge then is 8 dice for me. I will call upon my spirity buddies to make me primal urgy better. I only got 1 though. That's not that great. Thanks for rolling, Jelby.
Sorry.
Matt,
Bad rolls today.
does the specialty work on this?
Sure.
Then I have 4 successes.
Okay. You people. You can find trails. And somehow they look oddly familiar.
Do I see any smiley faces?
No. But you can't quite place it, but you can see footsteps, or rather foot sizes, or whatever. And that's a trail, you know that, but they look kind of familiar.
Yeah, looks over to Kachina. You visited the Sept of the Running Stones. Does any of this look or smell like something you'd recognize from it?
It seems oddly familiar to Kachina. But yeah, maybe it is just a place that we have all seen a lot.
Concentration. Basically, if you're casting a spell on somebody,
Or have somehow knowledge of.
Sure.
So Max, does this kind of look like the running stones on the mountain, or?
Caster level.
No.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Nothing resembles the running stones.
Alright, Waspstinger, this place seems familiar, but it does not resemble the running stones at all, to my recollection.
Is this something we could recall from memory, Max?
Make me a
Intelligence.
perception. Make me a perception primal urge check. Only you, Vinny.
Nope.
No.
Unless I can try it again at a higher difficulty.
Difficulty 9, Miller.
I'll give it a shot. See what happens. I'm not spending willpower because that would seem like a very counterproductive move today. Ah, damn it. Nope. Sorry. I tried.
Nope.
Div 10, full ham. Go big, go home.
Fuck it. Why not?
No, that's a good way to botch. Don't do it.
Damn it. Just shy. Oh. Where were those
Oh, well.
earlier?
Oh well.
Yeah, Kallie can't figure it out.
Right, so we can see this iron spire type deal. The library, right?
What? What? What library? I don't know what you're talking about.
You mentioned a big black light.
Oh, I know I mentioned. Don't worry.
That's the thing, I don't know which ones you have. So.
That wasn't lore checks. Not an actual
Maybe it's
visual.
somebody. That's a sorcerer.
Oh, okay.
For instance, I don't know.
So, are we going for this black library?
Yes. Let's look for the library. Whatever this is.
Well
I don't
then,
believe it.
will be
Stones.
the best way to spot it that we should be looking for an edifice of a black stone.
Black stone. You know anything else about it?
Only thing I can remember is there's a warning written on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a librarian protecting it.
Do you know anything about this librarian?
Max, can I roll anything for this?
Sure.
I'll make that lore check too. Would that be Umbra lore or like spirit lore or?
Umbra lore, difficulty 7.
Well, if it's Umberlore, I may as well give it a shot.
Oh my god, are you
You have
kidding?
no there.
Oh, man. Dude, look at that.
So if someone said there was a big iron tower, I'm going to take out my machete and take the sharpening stone for it, and I'm going to sharpen off a fleck of the metal, and then I'm going to cup my hand and pour some water from a water skin into it, and then I'm going to put the shaving in the water and see if it will rotate around.
That's more for perception. Toss on and use magic device.
And if required, I guess I'm going to see if I have to, I could probably awaken the spirit of the metal to make it tell me magnetic directions.
My good sir, you are currently in the spirit world.
Alright, so the spirit in my hand, I ask it to kindly point to the biggest metal source around.
Something like you can do.
Wandering blindly in the atrocity realms is not my cup of tea.
The little spirit in your hand seems to be very uncomfortable here. Very much so. It's by far not powerful enough to to survive here.
Well, here, little spirit, have some gnosis. Oh.
It's an analysis?
Yeah.
Excellent. How much?
Everyone gonna put in some gnosis into the spirit. Kachina says.
Okay, I hope this is crucial. I don't have very much. Mostly, I only have 3.
I throw in 1.
You throw in 1.
Emmett will also throw in 1.
Oh, you throw in 1 as well. Okay.
Probably tell them that I'm needing to charge.
Is anyone else throwing in?
Nobody else?
Bob's throwing in 1.
Olaf joins with 1. That's 3 gnosis so far. Come on. You guys can do better, right?
I have 2 Gnosis left. Because I'm carrying a silver weapon right now.
Shh, Vinny, you can do better. Shh.
Oh, God. It's creepy when you say it like that.
Shh, don't worry. Just go to sleep now. It'll all be better in the morning.
Fine, fuck it. Here's a frickin' Gnosis. If this comes back to bite me in the ass, I'm hunting you down.
I know you will.
Dropping me across the ocean.
1 from me too.
1 from you as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gnosis so far. So you're the only one who isn't going to give gnosis?
Who?
Waspstinger.
Okay.
Our leader.
1 just to make you happy.
Evenly.
Okay.
They all get
Okay.
ridiculous HP upon max.
One to gnosis.
Well, if it comes
But
an
before I know what's happening in the spirit, I'm going to come to all your rolls. Overlord checks. You did make some.
Just remember that.
Andrew,
You have
please
4
read.
successes for
Yeah.
info on that Librarian.
Oh yeah, I got 3 on that last roll. And it
Okay,
was
so the library. The Banes avoid the library, the mythical library. It's said that its interior is filled with books bound in the flesh of those who committed atrocities worthy of this realm. 1 victimizer per book, and the similarly consists of the flesh of their victims. They have no titles, no identifying marks. But where can it be found? It's said to be.
Do you relay this information to us?
It's said to be in the middle of this realm. That is all for me.
You said it's said to be in the middle of the realm?
Yeah.
Waspstinger looks around. Anybody happen to possess the Axis Mundi gift?
Emmett shakes his head when Waspstinger asks. It's like, I don't. And he'll look over at everyone else.
That really just gets
Kachina shakes his head no.
Inside, Callie's like, what kind of theurge is he?
Alright then. Let's see if this works. I'm going to attempt to use Pulse of the Prey on the guard of the library.
Okay. On the guard of the library. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Go ahead and what? Sorry.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, so they're actively hiding?
No, it's the guard of the library is very fate perm, so I think it would be fair if it needs an actual roll.
Okie doke.
Oh wow.
Winning.
How to win at werewolf, aka the Waspstinger version. Okay. You set your sights. You set your sense on the library's guard, and you get a clear smell from something over there, somewhere, maybe.
Over there somewhere, maybe. Okay.
It's in a direction.
Everyone will see Waspstinger sort of. She goes very, very almost catatonic for a moment, and then suddenly just. I think I know where we can find this library. I'd like everybody to make use of your nightshade talons now, if you please.
Okay. Activate the Nightshade Talon.
What's the diff to activate them?
5.
What do you know?
Roll me 4 dice, I guess, Shelby. We'll see.
I believe in dreams.
Is it permanent or
For
temporary?
the same. Oh, hour. Okay.
No. The Gnosis roll.
Oh, you roll your permanent.
Oh, yeah. Kachina, you activated it. Waspstinger activated it.
Xavier activated it.
Sweet.
Kallie activated it.
Okay.
Alright. Waspstinger will turn in the direction that Pulse of the Prey pointed her. What does she see in this direction?
In that direction. I'm gonna roll a d6. Oh goody. Oh goody. In that direction, you follow along. You follow and follow and follow and go along and go along and go along and go along until you hear the screams around you. They're there. They haven't faded away. They start to get stronger. It seems that you're approaching an atrocity along this realm. A horrible deed, as it were. To continue along this path you have chosen.
Yeah, what does my metal filing spirit say?
Your metal filing spirit wants to stay very close to you and actually just wants to get the fuck away from here.
Alright, but is he saying we're getting close to the large metal substance in here?
We're very, very close to a large metal substance. We're very, very close to large metal substance.
Alright, so Waspstinger, the magnet spirit confers that we are very close to a metal object.
Advanced race dog, you mean?
No.
Excellent. What does she see in front of her, though, towards this specific atrocity?
Make me a willpower check. In fact, Kallie and Waspstinger, make me a willpower check.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Well, I get the feeling this is about to be a trigger session.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The Atrocity Realms, you don't say.
What's the difficulty? Because Callie's good.
Okay, you're good. Waspstinger's good as well. Now, I'm going to clarify something. Just because you're good doesn't mean this is not going to bother you.
I know.
It just means it
Yeah.
doesn't overwhelm
What
you.
you
I got
see
you.
before you is an now familiar vision of a certain nightclub in Manhattan. Now, people dance, people have fun, until a man takes the stage, grabs the microphone, and pulls all the attention towards himself. Until
An atrocity. Ew, men.
No, it's Kanye West, isn't it?
No, it's
until he
worse.
starts to talk.
It's
Until he-
Stifler.
It's Justin Bieber.
Until he starts to talk, and he says, "The blood shall rain tonight, and it'll be so very sweet on our lips." As the door in the back flies open, and these mindless monsters are crawling out of it. Quickly, they're hungry. They're hungry. And they eat, they want to drink. They want to eat, they want to drink. They want to eat, they want to drink. They want to eat, they want to drink. Oh, Xavier, roll me willpower as well, because you went there as well.
Yeah.
Is this reenacting what I think it's reenacting?
And maybe. Actually, you were there as well. Roll me willpower too!
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Oh, buddy. Do we get that bonus? I'm assuming we get our bonus die?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, boy.
I assume I'm good.
It's diff
Er.
7.
Good.
Div 7?
Yes.
No, I'm good.
Okay. So what you see before you is these monsters starting to come out, and they're starting to attack the humans. They're starting to grab them and bite down into this. You can just see them start to suck away the blood from their bodies. And you can see yourself. You see yourself. Kallie, you see yourself. Xavier, you see yourself. You're all getting ready. You're all shifting up to Krykos form. You're all ready to take on this vile worm thread. And then something goes horribly wrong. Somebody screams loudly with rage and anger. And you can see yourself losing control, Xavier. And you can see yourself start to attack Leah, wounding her. Emmett, you did not frenzy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, Emmett, if we're doing this exactly, Emmett's laying down in Hispo, knock the fuck out.
You lay down in his phone, knock the fuck out.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
being
he's out
able
from all
to
this.
do, not being able to do a single thing for your allies and just leave them to their beasts, their monsters, and their rage. Kallie,
Yep.
you see your anger overtake you in a way your anger has never overtaken you before, ever. You see yourself, for a moment, for a single moment, you see yourself fall down to the worm. You see yourself ripping humans who haven't done anything. You see yourself ripping them to pieces, tearing them into little ribbons, because you're just so angry, and the worm commanded you to just kill everything. And you know, if you had the chance, if you had it, you would probably eat all of them.
How much is this fucking Kallie up in the head right now?
How much do you think this is fuck Kallie up in the head right now?
Oh, man. Callie's notching one of the silver arrows and she's taking aim for herself.
Kallie. Waspstinger puts a hand on her shoulder.
Callie's right eye is twitching.
The only thing you will accomplish by attacking the things in this realm is drawing attention to us. What's happened in the past, and there's nothing we can do to rectify it. Put the arrow down. You can make the leadership roll if you want.
Callie's good. Just barely, but she's good. She'll let the tension in the bow of Artemis slack, and she'll take the arrow and put it back in the waist-mounted quiver. We're wasting our time here, and she'll start to walk.
Hey,
Direction they were going.
Hey, Emmett. You see somebody troll. I don't think you've ever seen somebody troll.
Oh, yes, he
Oh,
did.
yes, we have.
Oh, yes, he did.
Ben,
He
That's how
doesn't
loves
count.
Indra.
He doesn't
don't-
count.
Wait, no, oh, yes, he does. Oh, yes, he
Yeah.
does.
I mean, we
Callie's
saw...
Callie's thrall was mild compared to Ben's.
Yeah, we seen that guy eating somebody else's heart.
And that was a Gaian motherfucker, so everyone that...
Now I'm sad.
I mean,
Like,
if
I'm
you
gonna use
want-
it. Watch this shit. I'm gonna use it against them. And it's like,
Some, yes.
Nope.
If you want-
Member of Striders and Concrete, get on your feet and follow
Wait,
Waspstinger's
I'm not
orders.
giving you anymore.
Emmett's okay. He's just looking up, like, he was just standing up and had the harmony flute ready. And then, like, Kachina walked up and told him to fuck off, and he was like,
Avoid the guy who's
okay, got it.
No, I thought you said that you were lying down on the ground and like curling up like a ball.
No!
that's what happened in the nightclub. Emmett was
Oh,
Yeah, no, what
oh okay,
happened was
okay.
Emmett got- in the nightclub, Emmett got knocked the fuck out, and he was laying down.
Okay, that's why I thought it was you current, not you in the... Yeah, sorry,
I mean, if you
ignore
wanna
what I
say-
said.
If you want to say that Kachina walks up to fake Emmett and starts talking shit, go on ahead.
And in the meantime, Xavier sees himself attacking Leah. In a mad frenzy. You know, he almost rid of that self-blame.
Hmm?
He almost got rid of the self-blaming.
He almost dead.
He was almost over it.
Almost.
But not when Max is involved. Callie's walking on like she's done with this particular part of the Atrocity realm.
Excellent. You all put your mind past it, and you can see every little human falling to slaughter. Lose a point of gnosis are the rules of this realm.
What?
Whoa, say again?
If you witness an atrocity, you lose a point of gnosis. All of you.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Is that a mind effect?
No.
Okay.
It's a rule. It's a rule of the atrocity realm.
Okay.
And we can avoid seeing atrocities?
There are atrocities all around you.
You could have avoided it by never coming here.
Especially those committed by the Garu. In fact, Maybe you hear somewhere in the distance some, I don't know. Maybe you hear in the distance some bears roaring as they're getting killed. Maybe some bats shrieking as they're getting from wing to tiny little pieces. In fact, maybe you can hear some wolves howling in the distance, together with singing Native American songs, praising Turtle, giving themselves over. I don't know, might be something like that.
So, Max, what happens when you lose all your gnosis?
Oh, you can't step to the real world anymore.
Well, Kallie's going to be spending some time in the Sept, it looks like, if she makes it out of this, okay?
Yup. Wait, what happens if she loses? If we have to lose Gnosis again, do bad things happen?
I'll tell you if that happens.
Okay.
Like sharp sword or a dagger or something.
Thus, we should move on from these things.
Yep. You move on. You move on. And as you move on, does anybody here have the dangerous merit?
As useful as that would be, I feel like that shit would have went off the second we went into a place called the Atrocity Realm.
This is all true. Alright. The ground underneath you, you can start to feel it shake a little bit. As of a very small earthquake, nothing major. First, the quakes seem to become a little bigger, a little more ferocious. Strong. Hey, she's still carrying. What's his face? The little spirit.
Yeah, the magnet spirit. Yeah.
By the way, Richard.
Yeah.
Pizza should be here in about.
It is
now, probably about 35 to 30
panicking.
Or it's free. Oh wait, they got rid of that.
It's panicking.
It's panic. No, I don't do that.
All right. I'll.
Something is digging itself through the earth.
Off.
Oh. All right. I inform my companions. The spirit says that there is something digging through the earth under our feet. We should be wary. And with that, he spends a point of gnosis and unfurls giant friggin' wings. And literally steps off the ground.
Hey, that's great for you, but...
Oh,
Yes, we all
I
with
make the motion to see if Waspstinger will allow me to pick her up because she's leading this, and if she gets lost, then our mission would fail.
So, Cosby, by the way.
I'll stay on the ground with the others. While you're up there, can you look and see how close we are to this library?
Yep, I shall and do so. And he literally flies up a bit and looks around to see where, if he can see this center tower thingy.
Don't forget that pack link.
In the far off distance,
I know.
you can see a spike going all the way up into the air. It seems almost like a temporal slant.
Alright, I relayed to Emmett the picture to tell them.
Talking about everything has a cruel underlining
Sorry.
of
Oh, sorry?
I relayed to you that it's that way, and that I see the big giant spike that goes from like floor to heaven.
Okay. Emmett will point in said direction and say,
I have no idea.
Kachina picks some up that way.
There's one on the right.
That sounds friendly.
Yes, it does.
The ground quakes again. You can see the crusts of the earth slowly starting to rise as if shards of rock break loose and start to rise up to the surface.
Waspstinger will shift into Krykos form. Instruct everybody to do the same, just in case they need to take some damage.
Kallie shifts up into Krykos.
Emmett's been in Krykos, so he's good.
The rumbling and rumbling increases and increases even more until you can see the earth in front of you crack open and sinking down, almost like a black hole pulling the earth towards itself. And something comes out. Something shoots out, roaring, sliming, with a mouth filled with acid. It shoots ginormous into the sky. Does anybody here have any worm lore to roll?
I do.
I do.
I suggest you roll.
I get 6 dice. No, 5 dice, Shelby. Sorry.
Alright, 1 success for Wasp. And what's the difficulty?
6.
I have 3.
Okay.
Can someone else roll for Kachina, please?
Do they know that there's at least warehouse?
Kachina, you do not know what this is. Waspstinger, because you are a little older and a little more experienced, this is obviously a creature of the worm. Xavier, in your well thought lessons and in your concentration, you've always paid good concentration to your lessons. And you're a fucking Galliard, so you're supposed to know your shit. This is a thunderworm.
A what worm?
A thunderworm.
Thunderworm.
Well, fuck me running.
Jesus God, please tell Waspstinger what it is.
He just yells out to everyone that this is a fucking thunderworm.
Everybody get the fuck away from this thing. We are not engaging it.
I have a feeling we're about to not have a choice.
The thunderworm
No secrets.
falls over, slaps down on the hard crust of the earth, creating a massive earthquake, ripping the ground open. Make me dexterity athletics checks, everybody.
Death.
6. No, 7. No, 8.
Don't even matter.
Yeah, boy.
Alright.
Good. Oh my god, Olaf, please tell me you're good.
Oh god, Waspstinger, please tell me you're good.
Oh no.
What says? Okay. This is what's going to happen. The thunderworm falls down on the ground. And you all can immediately notice this is not an actual thunderworm. It's a piece of the Atrocity realm. It's a memory preserved within it. That doesn't mean it's not dangerous, but it's not an actual fucking thunderworm. What you can see on top of it is a silver-furred Garu placing a massive clave into it, killing it, ripping apart its arteries, and howling, roaring out in victory. But it still falls on the floor, on the ground, and when it does, it cracks it right the fuck open. And you all fall in sight. You all manage, though, to grab hold of little stone itty-bits sticking out, keeping your balance. You're not swept up by the river of blood that is waiting for you on the bottom of this fuck chasm. And if you want to, you can climb out.
I'll go help Emmett out, and then the other people.
We'll still
Kallie-
climb out.
Kallie will climb out right behind Waspstinger.
Climbing.
That was terrifying.
Yep.
It wasn't a real one.
If it's in the Atrocity volumes, that means it was a good one, or the last one, Kachina says, squinting his eyes.
It's not like anyone.
Onwards and upwards. Chop chop, we don't have all night.
We're moving.
Yep.
I didn't hear anybody say the words we're moving.
Waspstinger
Moving
said
on.
Lol. When you climb out of the chasm, you can see the corpse of this Bane, this massive monster, almost immediately decaying to, well, ashes and dust, rotting flesh, its blood dripping on the floor, actually forming the gigantic river of blood in the bottom of the chasm. You can see the silver-furred Garu roaring into the sky, howling out a roar of victory, and immediately turn back, raise its giant clave into the air, and jump to the back of it once again. And Kachina, since you're flying into the air, what you see before you is a massive, massive battlefield. Lives needlessly thrown away. As you can see, a giant lake. A loch, as it were.
Alright, I relay to Emmett and I tell everyone else that we should skirt around the giant battle. It's a giant war, and it would be best if we don't go straight from here to the center and we go around.
Alright, I'm gonna make a roll to see if I can't find us a safe-seeming route through this. Something that skirts around the battlefield, like Kachina said.
Cool.
What would I roll for that?
Go ahead and make a intelligence
Survival?
leadership.
Okay. My leadership is combat readiness. Will that help?
Yes, it does.
Emmett will be helping pick things out. Add another dice.
Yeah, I will do that too. If able.
1 more dice. 2 more dice. Okay.
I
You guys
have...
Support you with the weight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
So with 4 successes, Waspstinger is able to find...
5 successes.
Wow. With 5 successes. Okay. With 5 successes, Waspstinger is able to pick out a route going through and going around the battlefield, not being able to be hindered by these images, by these atrocities that you're once again seeing playing out in front of you. If you pay a little bit of attention, you can see that these individuals are not actually silver-furred, they're white-furred. And they have this blue paint on them.
Rolling Magaru lore.
How much gold do you have?
2.
Damn it,
If you're rolling Garu lore at 2, the difficulty is going to be 9. Just
3.
Okay.
Fuck baskets.
if you're rolling Garu lore 3, the difficulty is going to be 8.
Ouch.
So I got 3 successes max with
Wow.
only 2. So fuck yo couch.
And I guess if Max could roll for me, I have Intelligence 4 and Garu Lore 3. So that's 7.
Dum, 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 dum. You get 1 success there, Kachina.
Okay.
And Olaf gets a success as well. Who doesn't you? So for Olaf and Kachina, stories tell of a massive battle of the pigs near a log. That's all they get. Now, Vinny, you extravaganza, monsieur, bonjour, whatever the fuck I can say in my drunken stupor. You hit the jackpot. The white-furred, blue-painted individuals, you instantly recognize these from the stories. These are the White Howlers. And what you can see of their numbers, what you can see of this lake, what you can see of them diving into it, this is probably their last battle before they fell and before they became the Garu Nation's biggest enemies.
Second biggest, Pentex is a thing.
Wow.
Actually, no, the Black Spiral Dances have been around far longer than Pentex and have done far more than Pentex.
Kallie is going to avert her gaze, but she'll say kind of coldly, if any of you are interested in the history of one of our greatest tragedies, you're watching it unfold.
Max, there's a question.
Xavier just immediately starts paying more attention after hearing that.
Can I make a wits plus something roll to realize that it's looking at things that are costing us Gnosis?
You can make a Wits Umbra Lore check.
Okay. My
will
wits
too.
specialty is. Is that okay?
No, only Waspstinger gets to make this check because she fucking asked for the check.
I figured it was. Is it obvious?
I'm going to
Emmett's
claim
been
a willpower point from Black Unicorn, and
That's
my specialty is quick thinking. So.
Good thing you spent that willpower point.
There might be a relation. You don't know if you actually need to glance at everything or you need to watch it in full, though.
Okay. Gonna move on this hunch and keep going forward without looking at them then.
Okay, Xavier, you are looking at it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Emmett, are you looking at it?
Hell no.
Kallie, what are you?
The one
What?
that
Kallie's not, no.
Oh, so you don't want to uphold Utena's ban? You do not want to get lore? Is that it?
Oh,
Don't
fuck
piss
you,
off
Max.
Utena. Don't piss off Utena. We saw what happened to the last guy who did that.
This is not a lore thing. If I got the freaking Garu thing, I think I'm set. The Garu lore with 9 successes, do you remember that? Were you there for that?
Sure, then don't buy White Howler lore. It's fine.
Oh yes, please. I'm looking at it.
I
so
don't have
hard right
any
now.
fucking Gnosis,
Damn
dude.
it.
I'm looking at it so hard. If
However,
me
I may
or
not have a
that-
choice in the matter because
Max, do you even have to ask about me? Of course, I'm looking at it. Sorry.
For curiosity, Max, how bad of a roll is that for me?
The curiosity flaw?
Mm-hmm.
The curiosity flaw is a Wits 7 difficulty roll.
It's okay. So you're putting it at 7?
Yeah, for the curiosity flaw, if you're rolling it, it's a Wits roll on difficulty 7.
I pass it.
Yay!
Max, read the chat, please.
Shh, John, I've read it.
Max, I don't really know what to do here. Like, can I roll my Spirit Lord to know, or can I at least ask Uktena since we have a connection to him, kind of stating, like, or wait, has Waspstinger even let us know that maybe we shouldn't look?
Emmett is a person that makes a lot of assumptions, so he's like, oh, no, fuck that.
Well, Stinger failed her roll to know for certain, so.
Okay.
Emmett's just going to say, tell me if you guys lose Gnosis.
Well, then fuck it. You know what? Kallie's looking, and, you know, just wanted to make it through this thing and have fun with you guys. Fuck me, right?
Okay.
Fun in the Atrocity realm?
I get to pull some shit out of Track White Highway now.
Woohoo! Oh yeah.
Kallie's right into the fuck box.
Well, no.
She's been in the fuck box.
I mean, that would involve cages and stuff. What powers were they? What page was this on? Ah, there we go. Rights.
See, clearly people are not up on the adventures of Dumplin'.
Okay, what you can see, Kallie and Xavier. These are the things you can see. You see on the far edges of this battlefield, you can see what seems to be, you think as a medic group-ish. You don't know. These are you can guess maybe 2,000-year-old events. But what you can see is somebody placing their thumb on what you think a Garu's head that is quivering in fear, absolute terror, traumatized the things they've seen. And they calm down. Their shaking stops. Their rambling stops. They look calm again and prepared for battle as they stand up proudly, howl out in defiance of the worm, and let themselves fall back into this gory fight.
Do we roll anything for that? Like,
No.
maybe commit that to memory? Since I don't have eidetic memory?
Recall memory is different than committing it to memory.
No, I want to commit this to memory. I want to try and remember this, that way I can research it later.
Vinny?
What?
You said that we actually do have a connection with Uktena, right?
We do.
Then we can, if I remember correctly, we can roll later to ask this specific memory back from Uktena.
Max?
I'm fine with that.
What?
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah. What else do we see?
I'm gonna roll a fake dice, right?
For what?
Ooh, lucky you guys. Okay. Next up. On the side, again with that same medical group, you can see several dead bodies. They're being laid out, and then they're being sprinkled with liquid. Clear water you can see. Next up, a piece of bread is pressed into the corpse's mouth, along with a pinch of salt. They clap their hands together, twist one of it downwards, and you can see white fire erupt from the body. As you can hear the roar of a green dragon honoring this dead corpse.
Oh, shit.
Those are things you pick out.
Now tell me how deep in the fuck box am I?
Okay, so because you have lost all your gnosis, you are losing a temporary rage. Xavier, you are losing a temporary gnosis.
Okay.
Anybody
All right,
who watched will experience the same thing.
This is the second time that's happened. I'd like to roll wits.
What's go?
Fuck.
Nope. No knowledge for you.
Oh, damn. I guess there's just no correlation between watching two terrible things happen.
Do I have to roll wits too?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that.
A good idea.
Okay, hang on. Oh shit. Come on. Yes!
Yeah, you can.
Save you, beautiful lifesaver.
Hmm?
You can figure out things amok here.
Like what?
Something is amok.
I think he's saying that you can probably draw the parallel. The realm is draining us.
With intelligence for creative logic, I think I can.
Roleplay amongst yourself for a second. I will be visiting the bathroom.
Okay, so...
We all had a potty break.
Xavier just starts to close his eyes and starts to think real hard. After a little while, he just raises his head up, looking at Waspstinger and Kallie, and he says, I think the more we look at what is happening, the more this realm keeps draining us.
Kallie will nod. I've noticed that. I didn't know what was causing it, but I noticed it.
Do you have an idea of what might be causing it?
I just noticed that the more we observe what is going around us, the more we lose.
Then perhaps the answer to that conundrum is not to look at things.
That would be a good idea.
Alright. In that case, from this point forward, unless what you are looking at is the sept of the running stones, you're commanded not to observe what you see here. She looks at Kallie especially, that curiosity law-having motherfucker.
I do have that flaw too, but I didn't roll it because I...
Hey, Kallie succeeded in
myself.
Did we all inevitably lose Gnosis?
If we observed things that were going on, yes.
Okay.
Good catch there here.
Seems almost a shame, though. That's a lot of information about the Howlers that I've never even remotely read about.
Sure, there are safer ways to acquire that information.
Do not worry, Kallie. You can always come back because Octana's band commands you to.
God damn it, disembodied voice from the sky, shut your face.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put it right in the fourth wall's bum right now.
Emmett tells the disembodied voice to get wrecked with an R.
Thank God, for once in the history of Elwad, Olaf's blistering ignorance, his willful blistering ignorance has served him well. He's been focused on almost nothing but his immediate leader, the mission, and pertinent details therein.
I like you, Olaf. I'm putting you in the pack instead of Kallie.
You'll have to fight Sam.
Yeah, no black unicorn for you.
Much laughter.
I think we're missing John.
Okay. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I think I've actually sobered up. Alright. So, after observing this little atrocity, people dying right, front, left, and center, you are free to go follow your trail again, Waspstinger.
Following the trail.
Following the trail.
Everybody not to look at shit.
Otherwise they get a Libris in front of their faces.
I will hoof them in the front butt / kick them in the dick.
Very good.
Now everybody knows where Kallie gets it from. It was the first thing she saw the first day she was here. Waspstinger kicking guys in the dick.
Ancient Blackbeard battle technique.
Yep. That was her before she was saved. She was an Adrian back then.
Alright.
Got a motherfucker named Pegasus.
You... Hold on, let me get rid of this fucking ugly-ass worm. You walk forward. Or rather, you circle your way around this giant, enormous battlefield. And almost as if it appeared right out of the earth, right out of the crust, as if it's in the middle of an island that is splitting this giant river of blood into two different streams. Stand before you a tall, giant tower. No windows. And from what you can see, only one entry. It has a neat little sign beside it that says, "Here is the Atrocity Library. Enter at your own risk."
Does it actually say that?
Kallie's just gonna look at the sign and be like, "Really?"
That's fucking amazing. Emmett's taking a picture.
Nobody's ever gonna believe us.
Yeah, no, Emmett's taking a selfie with that shit.
Hey, wait a minute. Hang on, guys. Look, what's this? And she's gonna rub like a little bit of dust off of the corner of it. Signed RLH? Who's RLH? Somebody got it.
Runs like hell.
Alright, Pulse of the Prey, where is it saying that our lovely librarian is right now in relation to us?
Well, there's not just one librarian. There are a bunch of librarians, and they're all coming from inside.
Towards us?
Yes. No, not
Do they look
towards you, just inside.
I think we found what we are looking for.
I'd say so. Who among us is most well versed in stealth?
Anybody's better than me.
I kind of know. We'll just say. Oh, see, it's the equivalent of 1 dot.
Kallie will shift down into Lupus. And she'll just step forward.
And then to Kachina, because he is a wonderful meat shield.
This is what you're seeing in front of you. The link in the Google chat.
Kachina, I recall you mentioning that you had a strong link to your ancestors. Do you think perhaps they can assist you?
We're not getting any sound off of you, but
I think he's frozen, actually.
yeah.
Okay, he's back.
No, we lost him again. It's his headphones.
Phones.
I think it's his connection, though, honestly.
In this particular matter. Oh.
There he is.
19.
Okay, nobody move. We got him. What were you saying?
Can we hear?
Yes.
Alright. In the particular matter, I don't think my ancestors can help me in this one. Unfortunately. I'm not very good at stealth.
Oh shit, Kallie's got a dot of ancestors. Hey, she got an extra dot of ancestor, or an extra dot of stealth. How about that?
So what do you say, Max? Can I use my Spirit Heritage Croatan to get an extra dice in stealth?
Tina doesn't have any ancestors?
Sack. No.
I've been talking with them, but I haven't bought it yet.
Waggles finger.
Oh yeah, maybe you should buy them then.
I will.
Alright. So, who's doing what?
Kallie is going to be stealthing in under Waspstinger's orders, wondering what she's supposed to do. Looking expectantly up at her mother like, what do you want me to do, Mom? Twitching little tufted ears.
Xavier, I'd like you to pass on the magpie swag to Kallie for this.
He takes it off and puts it on, like, Kallie's neck.
Kallie will gesture to the quiver of silver arrows and look at Waspstinger like, you need to take that off me.
Right. She will take them. Alright.
Kallie will sigh now that she has Gnosis back.
No, if you touch silver, you lose it.
Okay.
Right. I want you to go in. I want you to observe the movements of these librarian veins. I want you to report back to me. If at all possible, do not engage them. Do not allow them to see you. Do not take anything from the library. If one of them attempts to pursue you, run back to us. Understood?
Kallie nods.
Good.
Packling, Kallie,
What?
I can relay anything you see and hear back.
Yeah, I've had a pack link before, Xavier. I was kind of expecting that.
Okay.
And Kallie will make her way in. I don't know what the difficulty is with
Before
night
she
shift.
runs off, Waspstinger is going to sort of lean down, pet her on the head a little bit. Make me proud, kid.
Aww.
So with Nightshade active, what's the difficulty for stealth?
Go ahead and roll your stealth. The difficulty, let's see, Great Red Mouse, Nightshades. This drops it down by 2, plus 2, plus 1, it's -3. It's gonna be difficulty 5.
Ooh, they perception motherfuckers.
1, 2, 3, 4 successes on the stealth.
Ooh, very good stealth roll. Alright. You sneak in. As you sneak in, and you look around, you see rows and rows of books, and one sniff can easily tell you that all of these books are bound in flesh. All of its pages are flesh.
That's gross.
It is. And as you walk forward, things may seem vast and empty, but from time to time you hear a ruffling, a rustling, not necessarily a footstep, but just something. Like there are others here.
I'll seek out the others.
Others, are you there, and are you ready?
You see before you, in front of you, a little bit far away from you. You are being as stealthy as possible. You are not wanting to disclose your location to these beings. They are tall. They are lanky. They have arms that stretch out from tiny little stalks but seem to take on for yards and yards. Their spindly fingers go ahead and manipulate all the books that they touch. Some of these books, as you know, they are all bound in leather, but however, some of them are quite thin, only holding a few sheets of paper, and some of them are quite lengthy tomes and volumes, actually. One of these people, which you could describe as a librarian simply because of how meticulously they seem to be keeping this place, all of them meticulously keeping this place, all knowing where each book resides, where each shelf should be. They go ahead and pick one of them. One of them walks over to a podium, opens it up, and you recognize that this one is a bit different from all the others. This one may be tall and lengthy, but he also has protrusions coming from his head, large ram horns, and from what you can see the back of his head. It's scruffy. You've probably seen, well, you have seen Metis before, in the Metis deformity of ram's horns, I should say. This is what you're currently seeing at the moment.
Kallie just sits back and observes for now. But she'll let Xavier know everything that she's seeing over the pack link.
All right. Do you listen in to what it's murmuring?
Against my better judgment.
Ah, the curiosity flaw kicking in. But don't worry, it won't hurt you so badly this time.
2
The book
successes.
2 successes? Alright, fair enough. You realize that he may be reading something, but it's very, very clinical, very, very dry the way he is murmuring this. He simply states, the subject is of Greek origin. The subject has coerced subjects 1, 2, and 3 along with the murder. The victim, number 2, is actually foreseeing this. The victim, number 2, is watching as the subject, number 3, is being coerced to draw the tie around the victim's neck. Victim number 3 doesn't really get the chance to end the life, to strangle the female victim, as a external party acts and ends the scene. The subject, most responsible for this, is confused simply because he did not foresee this coming. However, victim number 3 and number 4 are currently screaming and yelling through the duct tape. Subject number 2 takes the responsibility to bind these other victims and transport them to a vehicle. These other subjects, both female, both very, very young, are transported with the body of victim 2, their mother, in the back of a unmarked and undisclosed vehicle. Meanwhile, the subjects continue to bicker and whine and confuse each other as they race off before the authorities can apprehend them. At the moment, Subject 1 is still at large. Subject 2 has disappeared from all realms of possibility. And Subject 3 is possibly not a subject anymore, but still deserves a little bit of looking into. And Subject 4, well, apparently she has become the apprentice of which. Close book.
Out of character, I have some inkling of what's going on here. In character, Max, do I need to roll anything for this?
Like?
I don't... I would guess intelligence enigmas or wits enigmas, whichever you prefer.
I don't know. This part is Austin's party.
Well, what are you trying to ascertain?
Well, I've heard some keywords there. Greek, female, apprentice. There's a certain itch in the back of Callie's head, and I want to roll, I guess, intelligence enigmas, if that's the case then.
Wait. What is your intelligence enigmas rating fully?
How many dice? Oh,
Yes.
4.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do for you. What do you think is currently being described?
Callie's fear is that this has something to do with Moonface or Quiet Thoughts.
Interesting. How many subjects are there within the story?
4 or 5?
And how many subjects would have been at the Harrison residence? Or some other scene that you're currently talking about that I don't know about?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. Probably at least 2 to 3, maybe 4.
Okay. Do you want to listen in more? Because there are more details to be had about this particular atrocity.
I'll roll my curiosity and see what happens. Fuck!
Double botch. Okay. Kallie, you still have that particular maternal urge telling you you probably shouldn't be nosing into this. But here's the thing. A mystery has been presented to you. You need to know more about what has happened. This subject, not good enough for you. Victims, not good enough for you. You need to know. What do you do to know?
Here we go.
Yep. Kallie's gonna... Oh, man. Against my better judgment, Kallie is going to stand up, going to shift up, and walk up to the table where the librarian is.
Mm-hmm. You do so. And you don't seem to startle this Metis at all. In fact, when you come right side by side him, when you can actually go ahead and see the text on the page, you see much the portrait that is on my screen. You see the middle eyes. It goes ahead and scans the page over and over again. The other two completely blank as it recites more.
Kallie is going to speak to it.
Mm-hmm.
You're a librarian here, yes?
The eye goes ahead and shifts in your direction. Identify.
My name is Vigilant-Bow.
I am a librarian of this dark spire.
This book, you speak of subjects. Do they have names?
Well, they do have names. Of course they have names. What is being described in these pages did actually happen. What is your curiosity to do with this particular passage? He goes ahead and taps the page.
Kallie's gonna try and resist the urge to look at the page, or am I just completely in the fuck box right now?
You are in the fuck box as much as you want to. You have just done something you probably shouldn't have fucking done, and your senses are trying to reassert themselves.
Alright, I'll roll willpower. You can set the difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think it matters.
Not enough successes.
Kallie's just gonna look at the page.
You look at the page. The first paragraph that you actually read describes a very, very idyllic home. And in fact, it describes a victim number 1 being a pillar of the community who may have not decided to go, who may have gone several other ways, who was a very, very good proponent of the homeless population. And that's when the librarian goes ahead and closes the book. Looks at you. No knowledge is free.
There's always a price to pay, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Please consider whether or not this information is really of use to you.
It's important to me, but I don't know how useful it is.
Come back to me when you have a proper reason to learn these things. Why have you come to me?
I have come seeking knowledge.
And knowledge is here. should you wish to find it.
Do you have knowledge of the Sept of the Running Stones?
Oh, that's a big volume. That's a very big volume. Makes this. He holds up the leather-bound book that's only about 10 pages long. Looked like a pamphlet compared to what happened there.
I've heard the tales. I'm well aware that it's probably a lengthy volume.
What do you wish to learn from that atrocity?
I need to ascertain the knowledge within to help us, to help me, my Sept, find items that were lost.
You come to this realm to look for something to steal. Are you a thief? Are you a burglar?
I'm not looking to steal anything. I'm looking to recover. There's a difference.
Recovering implies that you held ownership or have a right to ownership of it. What are you claiming?
These once belonged to allies. And if we can find them, we would like to keep them.
Keep them away from your allies? Would you steal from your allies? Is this what you're telling me?
Our allies are dead.
Then you wish to pickpocket up their corpses.
You may call it that.
Wicked fucking grin on its face. You can definitely tell that the blank eyes aren't really doing anything. They aren't expressing emotion, but that one middle inner eye is just absolutely fucking gleeful. Okay. You want to... Well, I should say this entire library is full of wonderful smells, wonderful sights, wonderful feelings, wonderful textures. You wish to experience all that, do you? You wish to experience that entire fucking volume, that entire fucking tome? You wish to experience that?
Wish to experience it? That's certainly pushing the definition of what I'm trying to do. I'd put it more as it's something I have to do.
Yes. I remember reading that tome, and I remember Subject 22 and what he had to do and how they screamed. All 5 of them screamed. There are a few ways you can go about it. If you have something of that event, you can find it very, very easily. In fact, he goes ahead and waves the leather tome bound in human hide in front of you. If you can smell it, if you can grab its scent, something that was there, you may be able to find it here. But that is a long and arduous search that often takes people weeks and weeks, perhaps even years. Maybe time is of the essence. I do not know your schedule. I do not know how urgent this information is. But there is a much shorter way, should you wish to expedite it.
I certainly get the feeling that that is not something I'm going to enjoy.
Oh, it doesn't even have to be that suffers. He goes ahead and starts to lay this elongated, spindly fingers on your shoulder. Ask me. Ask me how you find an atrocity.
Roll of perception empathy.
Oh, please do so.
2 successes.
What are you trying to ascertain?
His motives.
His motives. Ah. Let me go ahead and counter that then. Do 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 da 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 da. Da, 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 da. And I don't really care about the numbers. Ouch. Okay, fair enough. His motives. He's looking at you. He knows that you have no idea what you're doing in this realm. And he's more than willing to give you the way, the method to find what you're really looking for. But he's not willing to give you all the cost and all the details up front. He's waiting for you to make a mistake and make a deal that you're not fully comprehensive of.
I think I'll be just fine on my own. And I'm relaying everything that's going on through the pack link to Xavier and telling him, you should probably tell Waspstinger that the fuck box is opened up, and I'm sitting right in the middle of it.
Another bit of detail. He wasn't bullshitting you about a quick way to get this, and he wasn't bullshitting you about how long it would take without it.
So, if I'm to understand you, the way that's fraught with less peril is probably the long and arduous path.
Both paths have just as much danger and just as much peril to them. One involves a sacrifice in time, the other one involves a different kind of sacrifice.
And I get the feeling it's a sacrifice that you're not going to fully divulge to me.
If you would only ask.
See, I don't trust you. Now, you're holding something back. And that's not how deals are struck.
I'm waiting for the right questions to be asked. I believe somebody here just got a pack link message. React as accordingly.
Any suggestions, Raya?
Ask him if this sacrifice will be in blood.
The sacrifice that we will have to endure. Is it in blood?
Smile goes ahead and crosses his face. It need not be in blood. It need not be a physical sacrifice. Sometimes an emotional or a mental sacrifice is to be made. How do you find an atrocity? You commit a smaller one. He goes ahead and changes a little bit.
Okay, so this was relayed, maybe?
Death and decay going right through your nostrils. That wicked, wicked fucking smell of copper blood. That unbelievably distinct smell of bullets, of copper bullets being fired from a gun. All of this, you smell even the stench of mustard gas for some god-awful reason. Go ahead and waft towards you as these words go ahead and make themselves known. Commit, commit, commit.
You want...
Ask it instead if we may be granted permission to search these shelves in safety. We will make the sacrifice of time.
If one was permitted...
If so, we will make the sacrifice of time.
If one was permitted to search the shelves, make the sacrifice of time, would they be able to do so here in safety?
How much time do you think you have, young one? I can see you quaking in your boots. I thought you were prepared for this.
I never know how much time I have. All I can do is make a fair guess as to how much time I have.
Fair enough. I leave the decision to you. Either you can go ahead and make a new addition to this library, or you can go ahead and take as much time as you really need to. Take as many people as you want to. I can go ahead and swear to the core of my being that none of my fellows will attack you, unless you attack us. But I do not make any guarantees about what you will see, what you will know, what you will learn, and what effect it will have upon your being. Is there anything else?
I've noticed that being here, each time that we seem to witness these horrific things, it takes a toll on us.
He goes ahead and leans into your ear and simply says, "That is because in this realm, you have been abandoned, and I guarantee every single volume will have a likewise effect. So choose well."
I don't know if you did that for storyteller reasons, Austin, just to pick a certain trigger word right now. I'm spending a willpower point. And it's a potentially good thing I did. Kallie takes a breath. What kind of atrocity would you have us make?
Choose for yourself. I am not one with an imaginative mind.
So, if cats and stuff get
Raya.
if they explode and get
Did they explain? Sorry.
Gina's not in that pack link. Xavier is.
That's what I was going to ask. Are they relaying the information through that they're getting from her, or not?
Yeah, whatever Kallie is giving to Xavier, he just back to you guys.
Kallie will not relay what she says next. What if I made somebody suffer horribly?
Would they deserve it?
Wholeheartedly so. But what if I took it beyond the realm of where they deserved it?
If they deserve it, it is not an atrocity.
What if I did things to them that made them seem... their betrayal seem paltry?
A victim is a victim is a victim. A victim is innocent of any crimes. A victim is blameless. If you want to commit atrocity, you must find a victim that doesn't deserve what's going to happen to them next. If you're going to be a victimizer, then you need to go ahead and go full ham, as they say. Your choice.
Kallie will say over the pack link, the longer we stay here, the more it's going to take a toll on us. If we sit here in this library, we're not going to be attacked. But it's going to take us forever, at least several weeks. And the longer we stay here, the worse it's going to get. We'll go mad before we find what we're looking for.
You want to make another perception?
Xavier?
Packling to Kallie. If we can find it from the books, I think I have an idea that would make the progress much, much faster.
Kallie, did this thing... Ask this thing if each and every atrocity committed is recorded there. Waspstinger already knows that it's bound to the flesh of the people who did them, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ask it if there is literally every atrocity in that library, and how are they categorized?
This library, this tower, is expansive. Is every atrocity that's ever been committed stored here?
Every atrocity that makes its prominence outside of these lands, outside of this library, outside of those big black doors that you snuck in. Are you sure you're not a thief? You're a burglar? In any case, yes. Every scene that you could witness here in this realm is described on these tomes.
Are they categorized in any... And she's looking around at this point. Are they categorized in any particular manner?
He goes ahead and, shoves the tome that he was reading out into your face and simply says, "It is bound with the spiritual material, the flesh of the victimizer, the subjects, you might say. If you know the subject that committed the atrocity, then you may find it by scent alone."
Kallie?
Kallie will relay that.
Kallie, I would like you to sniff the air. Does anything in there smell like Kachina?
That's what I was going to say next.
Oh, Lord.
High five.
One success.
Okay, I'm not familiar exactly with the atrocities that happened in the Running Stone Step, but I remember for one fact that Kachina himself personally had to end several elders' lives. Is that correct, Max?
Yes, he did. He had to end 5 lives of the Utena tribe elders.
Well, I would definitely class that as an atrocity. It might have been a merciful one, but it's definitely there.
Let us
Kallie,
not forget that all
Megan?
deeds. Let us not forget that all deeds done by Vagaru have a spiritual resonance to them, and as such are far more powerful than any atrocity humans have ever committed.
Fair enough. If that is such the case, Kallie, if you would like to take a sniff.
I did.
Please
I
do
got
so.
one success.
One success. Not enough, but the theory is sound. Perhaps you're just not in the location. Perhaps you're not even in the fucking floor that this book would, actually be in. Perhaps with all the Garu that you have taken here to this realm, you'd be able to cut the search time in literally fractions. Cut a entire week into maybe like a few hours, maybe. Good noses.
Kallie will look at the librarian. Anyone seeking to find an atrocity here is willing to search without being harassed or given safe conduct, essentially, as long as we remain respectful of you and your fellows.
You are a guest here, and we are a host, and we will treat you as such.
Gonna take one last perception empathy on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna roll it just to see what happens. And I'll cut the dice down by 2. Okay, 3, 3. I'll go ahead and make you the defender with this one, okay?
Okay.
You recognize that the rules of hospitality are paramount to this being. If he accepts you as a guest, you are his fucking guest.
Kallie will nod. Then I graciously ask that we be permitted to be your guests here as we search for what it is we seek.
How many of your fellows?
How many would you feel are fair to come in here?
Go ahead and scratch your head. How many of your party did you came with? These realms are desolate and often draining to you and your like. I would hate to leave a few of them out in the cold, or the warm, or the heat, or the death.
Kylie's going to say over the pack link, he wants to know how many of us are here, though if he invites us in, we are his guests and given safe conduct.
You have no reason to lie to him. There are 6 of us. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Myself included, there are 6 of us.
Very well. Then me and my fellows recognize 6 guests to our tower. Please make yourself at home. Outside, the doors are going to go ahead and fly open.
Kallie lets out a portion of air out of her chest that she's been holding in for quite a while now.
It's a shame. I would have loved to see what you would have done to add to our collection.
You already have a volume based on me.
I know. I want to read more. I want to read the sequel.
I'm still young. There'll be plenty of time, I'm sure.
Soft little chuckle as he go about his own business, his spindly fingers finding another volume and enjoying another quiet reading of. And this subject, who did not beat a heart, went ahead and decimated several others. There was one of Gaia's warriors that came to its aid, but was unable to stop the atrocity. Several hundreds were slaughtered, and continued to be so in the streets of Manhattan.
Kallie is walking away, and she'll greet her party at the door with just this really sort of blank look.
All right, everybody. We have been granted permission to search this place. Obey the laws of hospitality. Don't break anything. Try to put things back in order if you do look at something. Don't read any books in full. We are searching for a tome bound in the skin of Kachina. You will not be reading any other books. You will not be searching for any auxiliary things. I'd like us to pair off, pairs of 2. Each take a floor.
Kallie steps up next to Waspstinger.
Okay. So you're all taking a floor. You're all going through, and you're all searching through the rows and rows of books bound in hide. Correct?
Yep.
Okay. Depending on what form you have, please make me a perception primal urge check.
Yeah, Emmett's going to be shifting down to Lupus for this.
I think we all are.
Yeah, we all are.
And Kallie is going to make sure that everybody understands that we have to be on our best behavior here. Waspstinger may have already done it, but as long as we maintain this guy's rules, we're good. Ooh, 4 successes.
Melody thing with 6 successes.
Wow.
I think. Wait, does Lupus give you any more perception dice?
It gives you a negative.
Lower difficulty.
Minus 2 difficulty. Holy shit! That face bopped me. Oh my god. Alright. So you all head up the stair, sniffing, and sniffing. And it seems like you all immediately catch the scent, the all too familiar scent of that very pure-bred Wendigo named Kachina Christ, the Almighty. It's not just Kachina Christ, the Almighty, that you smell. It's the scent of the Geta Fenris Blitzkrieg. It's the Silent Strider scent of Eren. It's another Geta Fenris scent belonging to a kinfolk. What else is there? It's also a pure breed of a Fianna. You go up and up, you encounter a giant row of books just laid out neatly beside each other.
This book is going to take a tax on anybody who reads it.
I'm the one leading this mission. I'm willing to take that.
Kallie is going to grab Waspstinger's wrist. You're leading this. You need to have the clearest head of all of us.
Oh, see, guys, did we just find a single book, or I missed
Oh
that?
no, you found an entire shelf of books.
Okay.
We found our whole damn sept.
Like you have to imagine how many people does a sept house?
A good amount. There's at least there's one up there for Emmett himself. Maybe two if you count Xavier's rite of passage.
Oh yeah, you have no idea. The librarians actually look at Emmett and Xavier with hungry eyes. They're watching you. They want to see what you do next. They're taking notes.
Right, but this is not the Isle of the Sept of the Green. That's
Well,
This is the Sept of Running Stone.
No matter, they're probably still like, interesting, those two.
Are the books themselves labeled in any discernible way?
Nope.
Like this? Wonderful.
I'm glad that they are ordered according to the Sept of the Running Stones instead of just to Kachina himself and where he is from or where he is currently. This is a good turn of events. We should count ourselves lucky.
Question, Max.
I might have the answer you seek, Vinny.
Is the book that smells like Kachina and the rest of the Striders from that time towards the end of the shelf?
Yes, actually.
Don't die over there, Max.
Kallie sort of chews on her lip as she thinks for a minute. These look like these are in chronological order.
Then we need to go for the last ones.
Fall was shortly before what Kachina had to do. Waspstinger is gonna sniff them and see if any of them smell like spirals.
You can smell one out of the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books that are here. You can smell literally one that you would recognize as having spiral pure breed.
Is it close to the end?
No, it's multiple books actually.
Waspstinger, Raya.
Yes.
I have something that might hasten this process.
What's
But
that?
in order for me to use it, I might need you all to leave this floor.
She gives him a very skeptical look. What is it?
It is an old right that us writers have. It allows us to read multiple books at once.
You
The problem
understand by
is,
doing that, you're taking the full toll of all of those books onto yourself.
yes, I am. The problem is, it's going to be loud. So,
Kallie's going to look at Waspstinger and then look towards one of the librarians, or at least where one might be.
With Silent Strider lore too, do I have an idea of what right he's going to use?
yes, I think so. Max, what do you think?
How much rituals does Waspstinger have?
Silent Strider lore 2 rituals, at least 4. Yeah, 4.
Okay. And okay, yeah. Yeah, you've heard of the Rite of the Spoken Page.
Rite of the Spoken Page. Ooh.
Xavier's been itching to use that right.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm gonna make a spirit lore roll to determine whether or not this will do anything unsavory to that ibis spirit. Because I'm feeling some bad juju on this idea. 4 successes, depending on difficulty.
Okay. With 4 successes, you notice something very, very odd. With your spirit lore check. This entire library, you have not seen a single Bane. Not even one.
Mm-hmm.
It's like anything worm related keeps the fuck away from here. So the influence of the worm doesn't really wouldn't really affect the spirit, since it's not really here.
Alright. Xavier, you may attempt this right. If you notice anything odd going on, you will stop it immediately.
I will.
How is your connection to Gaia? Are you feeling alright?
I'm hanging in there.
Maybe how much gnosis do you have?
1.
Ooh. So I'm assuming I already know if he loses this last point of gnosis, he won't be able to sidestep, right?
Nah, he won't be able to slice that.
Anything else beyond not being able to sidestep?
Nope.
Okay. Then I will give him permission to do this right. Get everybody. Do you need us to leave?
If you don't want to suffer the same as I do, please.
Very well. Return to us immediately. And if anything goes wrong, either come back to us or yell for us.
I will.
Alright. Waspstinger will look to the others. Let's go a 4 down so that we don't hear this.
Aye, Rhea.
As they're all leaving, she'll walk over to Xavier, hands on his shoulders, squeeze them very tightly. This is extremely brave of you. And if anything happens, I accept full responsibility.
After that, Xavier sits down, grabs old tomes, opens them up, and here comes with rituals.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. So,
Subject A hooked victim 20 on flesh hooks and ripped her skin from her body. Subject B clawed victim number 3's throat out and ate it along with his larynx and spine. Subject C clawed out victims number 8 guts and ate them like bacon steaks. This continues in all of the gory goodness that you can imagine a spiral do to its foes, to the fallen Garu, to the dead Garu, to the dead kinfolk, and worst of all, to the living kinfolk, to the spirits, and even to the totem Uktena itself. As the spirit reads out these books, make me a willpower check, Xavier.
what? You cut out.
Make me a willpower check.
Difficulty?
9.
Fuck you all, bitches.
Okay.
Mic drop.
When Emmett finds out, new D name, Mine's Fortress.
You've been cranking out deep, it's like nobody's fucking this. Wow, and here I thought this was gonna be very fucking emotional, but no, he needs to fucking succeed in this fucking willpower check. Alright. As the Ibis spirit reads all of this, and your mind starts to imagine your mind starts to imagine these images before you. You can perhaps start to see the Sept's layout as it was when it was attacked. No, the caves over there, the cottages over there, the tents over there. Anything. But then the spirals came. And everything changed. Yes, that's an Avatar reference. You've seen the work of the spirals, haven't you, Xavier? You ever been to the Spiral Hive?
No.
No. Oh, goody.
You know he hasn't.
No. The things in this book are, due to the rules of our game, I cannot say. Cannibalism. Garu eating humans, devouring their spines and leaving nothing behind, not even their bones. But still, somehow, you pass through it. You set yourself through it. You continue to listen, even though this would have made any sensible person stop a long time ago. You just persevere. You just continue. You carry on. And then you find it. Subject H eviscerated victim 1 on top of the moonstones in the clear waters of the cave. Its waters turning red. Subject H proceeded to drown the victim in his own blood, and then proceeded to devour his insides.
And that's it.
That's it?
Okay, so Xavier relays that he has found it. He has found where the moonstones are to Kallie or Packlink.
Max
And
is.
he says that the reading is done and it's
Max, is the cave that he's speaking of the cave?
What cave? I know a few caves, but I don't know what you mean by the cave.
The hive that that Kallie was part of cleansing.
It may be, it may not be. You don't know. This was a book of the atrocities on the Sept of Running Stones. So
Kallie will relay this information to Waspstinger. It's in one of the caves at the Sept of the Running Stones.
You see Waspstinger let out a deep breath, let out like a very quick breath. Excellent. Tell Xavier to return to us. We'll
Xavier,
take this
put the book
information back to the Sept of the Green.
And come back to us.
Puts
Max,
the books
remember
back.
to read your Facebook.
He puts the books back very, very neatly as he found them on the shelf. He's taking care to put them back exactly the way they were. And he comes back. His face is chalk white, and he's trembling.
She's going to hug him. Max, the wording of the Elder Challenge, did it specify that I had to actually observe the fall, or was it just to find out where the moonstones were during the fall?
find out where the moonstones are. Meanwhile, Xavier. You've not only read and observed the atrocities, you've actually heard them happening live. Take away. How much notes did you have left?
1.
1. Okay. Take away 1 gnosis and 4 points of rage.
Woo! And I lose the wolf.
Welcome to the fuck box.
Yep. And yes, the Xavier that is coming back to you is suspiciously Hamid.
Okay. Emmett's just gonna say, yeah, that took a toll on you, didn't it?
Does it show that much?
Glad to know you still have your sense of humor. Waspstinger Raya Haze. Do we have what we need?
Max, is that the Elder Challenge complete?
No, because the Elder Challenge was for you to go and get the moonstones, remember?
Okay, well, okay. Because we.
Okay. But at the beginning you said that it was to find where they are.
No.
Alright, so this book basically...
I can quote Melissa if you want.
I was just going off what you said at the beginning of this scene, but we found the book so we can find the part of the Atrocity realm it's in, right?
Yeah.
Alright. That's a good question. Are the stones in the realm or in the Tellurian?
I, for my part, would not be bothered by both, but I am not a werewolf, ST.
That is a good question. That depends on where you're going. That depends on where you want to go.
It'd probably be smarter to go to the Tellurian.
Excellent. Do you know how to exit the Atrocity realm?
Of course, we have Kachina's umbral tether.
Here is where I'm going to go ahead and insert the maniacal laughter coming from several of the librarians.
Why don't everybody make me an Umbra lore check? Intelligence Umbra lore.
Okay.
10 and a 9 and a 6.
Nothing. Xavier is too distressed right now.
Can't roll shit. Don't have Umberlore.
Roll for Kachina.
I have 2 Umbral lore and 4 intelligence.
Intelligence 1? Really?
Intelligence 4.
Oh. Depending on difficulty, yes.
Wow. Okay.
Kallie, what the heck?
That's not Kallie, that's Kachina's roll.
Oh, okay, that's my roll. Okay. I know all the things.
Since you guys know it also very well, Andrew, I'm gonna do again. There you go. Since you guys know it also very well, I am just going to tell you. Death. Garu can only leave the Atrocity realm by dying.
This wasn't in the brochure.
Okay. Permanent death? Or we just kill ourselves and end up in the penumbra again?
Or, because Kachina has fucking 6 successes, you lose your connection.
10 is...
hold on.
You lose your connection to Gaia, aka you spent all your gnosis. You lose your connection to the wolf, aka you spent all your rage, and you spent all of your willpower to exit from the Atrocity realm.
What you're telling me is it's time for mini fight club in the middle of the library.
It's time for me. It's time for young Emmett to start just spamming the shit out of Control Simple Machine.
Max, I have a question.
Shoot.
That death that if you die in the Atrocity realm, is that you die here and you wake up back in the penumbra, or is that like for realsies?
For realsies, man. For realsies.
Why are you going for the death option?
You went for suicide, man. You didn't understand that this was a suicide operation. I'm sorry.
Do you understand that, like, I need my willpower for everything?
Wait, what was the not dying option to get out of here?
The not dying option, if you spend all of your gnosis, rage, and power, or rejected for shameful behavior. Now, what qualifies as shameful behavior in this realm or in your own mind is you.
Is what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear a lot of that. Getting a lot of background noise.
Fuck Andrew and your fucking background noises. No. You can either spend all of your rage, gnosis, and willpower. You can either die, or you commit an act of shame, which may be ruled under the rules of the Atrocity realm, or may be ruled under the rules in your own head.
Oh, rules of shit.
You want to make a medicine?
Okay, so I'm sorry, Max. The Atrocity realm has to deem it shameful, or some other force has to deem it shameful.
I'm just saying we should do that option for comic relief.
Do you want to make a medicine?
Do you
don't even have to make it to full term. You could have an operation that would shame both you and your entire nation.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. What if Emmett sings a happy-go-lucky K-pop song? Wonder if that's shameful.
Dude, Hello Kitty by Avril Lavigne. You gotta dance too. And I want you, Tim, to do it.
I don't know the song that well. I've never heard it because it's awful.
Just play it and sing along and dance.
Kawaii. Yeah. So, Death, spending out everything you got, leaving yourself completely helpless, or do something shameful.
Well, considering that I'm halfway there already.
No, you're 2/3 of the way there, shit.
And this has been conveyed to everybody, right? Kachina Christ told us all our options.
Yes. Yeah, these are the three options that I know of.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 doesn't count. Well, that's not awkward at all.
Uh,
I hate this. I hate this so much because this is really gonna fuck things up for me in character.
Let's do something shameful, you guys.
Fuck it.
Kallie's, upon hearing that, God damn it! Upon hearing that you have to do something shameful, she's grabbing a hold of Waspstinger and shoving her tongue down Waspstinger's throat.
Oh! Damn!
Waspstinger's like staring, like, what the fuck?
This will break Xavier more than all the tomes inside.
+5 glory. +5 glory.
Fucking, this was not in the brochure.
Looks at Xavier.
I don't know how to react in character to that. He doesn't know what to do.
Emmett's like, you know what, fuck it. Looks at Xavier. It's time to follow the example of our foster and our throw.
What is wrong with you? It's more than I left in this slab. My fucking God!
Now that he's been like left on his own.
Yeah.
As soon as you try to pull Xavier close,
No, he didn't pull him in. He looked over and asked.
Okay then, you will just you will see him pulling out his kopech and pointing it on your throat.
Well, okay.
You know Xavier has the blessings of Peacock, right? This is about to get really fucking awkward.
You look beautiful right now, though.
Okay.
Fucking hell.
Stop! No!
He has that beautiful peacock.
Oh,
Fuck it.
that's okay.
Kallie, oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, the werewolf in you.
Suck it, changeling venue.
Okay,
we literally
did they
just blew you
disappear?
out the water.
Incest is wincest, it seems.
Of course they didn't fucking disappear. They just Frenched each other.
Yeah, but look
Hey,
at
that's
the reaction.
shameful
That's
by
pretty
both of
fucking
our
shameful.
standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now you have to live with that fucking shame. It's not really a fucking atrocity, is it?
Dude.
Oh,
Hey, Austin.
Making out with my teenage daughter is not an atrocity?
Yeah, are you serious?
One of you has to die.
Somebody, please.
I mean, Emmett and I have to live with this, and we are fucking galliards.
Yeah, and I've got Kachina.
Have fun.
Dude, werewolf orgy? That's pretty shameful.
Yeah,
That's
this
really
is
shameful.
gonna get pretty bad,
Like, we're
and we're all
legit
gonna try to
talking about
forget.
this right now.
Well, at the end, that's going to leave one of us left. And I know I have something so shameful that I'll be able to get out. So when everyone else disappears, I clearly clear my throat and go, at this moment, I declare to all spirits everywhere that I find Dragos in his life to be my equal as a thurge.
Okay, Kachina disappears, but the rest doesn't.
Emmett
Okay, why is this not shameful?
Okay, Emmett looks around and he's just like, Emmett just looks around and he's like, you know what? Fuck computers, fuck technology. The Garou Nation would have been a lot better off without any of that. Would have been better off without the Weaver, would have been better off without any technological advancement or adaptation.
You know what,
But
Matt?
that's true. That's not shameful.
Shameful enough?
Shut the fuck up!
That wasn't enough for you? Fine, Waspstinger's going to push Kallie off and she's going to piss herself. How's that?
The spirits look at you in utter fucking shame. It's still not working.
Oh my god!
Piss herself and she's going to cry and she's going to be like, I'm so scared of the worm, you guys. I'm so scared of the worm.
Okay,
so
well,
scary.
Stinger disappears.
Wait a minute.
Max,
Yeah.
Xavier just looks at his Kopesh, pulls the blade closer to him, and spits on it.
I think you need something a little more permanent than that, bud. Emmett actually says.
Dude, he is spitting on his entire heritage.
Oh, god damn it. Oh,
We all
god
made
damn it,
out for
no.
nothing.
Oh, god damn it, no, I hate myself. Emmett's going to pull out his phone, because motherfucker Max...
No, don't! That phone loves you!
Max.
Emmett literally just renounced his whole tribe, like, right there. He said, fuck technology and fuck computers. That's still not shameful enough by the standards of his entire tribe. Because, yeah.
Max.
Very.
Kallie's going to shake her head. I renounce Celine Krykos ever having any claim to me as a child.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm speaking as an outside observer. What the fuck are you guys fucking doing?
We're trying to get the fuck out of here, Austin!
And no. Librarians, go ahead and pick up your card, Waspstinger, and go ahead and stuff it in your back pocket, and they will give you a very, very harsh letter.
I'm sorry, I'm not housebroken.
Yeah, no,
Apparently not.
Emmett at this point is just like, we will never fucking talk about this part of the adventure, ever.
What happens in the atrocity realms stays in the atrocity realms.
Like now somebody fuck a pig.
When I ever tell this, like Emmett's actually saying, when I ever tell this fucking story, I say, and then Xavier did right like a badass, and then we just left. We walked out. We didn't fucking do anything else.
Alright, Max, this is getting really out of hand. We need to know where the line was drawn. Was it drawn at the actual making out? Was it drawn at, spitting on a Kopesh? What have we got going here? Because this is going to become an escalation game where we're
I don't.
going to be able to recover from.
I don't mind the escalation game.
Pick your bum, then pick your nose, and then stick your finger in your mouth and wiggle it around with your finger.
Well, because okay, like it seems
That
like
might
it's
do it.
varying degrees of thing because like Emmett's a celebrant, right? The cause that he has is bringing technology to the Garou Nation, and the fact that he did admit that like he just straight up said, "Fuck that, we don't need it." That's not shameful enough for him. Because are we talking shameful by in your own mind, or shameful by someone else looking at it? Shameful, like
Okay, the realm ejects you. The realm ejects you. So what
Okay.
is shameful would be decided by atrocity realm itself.
Fuck this, I'm spending all the willpower.
Emmett's actually just
You too good to piss yourself in the middle of a library? You too good for that shit?
The Garou of the Sept Grain are never going to be, accepted into this library ever fucking again.
motherfuckers start making out, pissing themselves and shit. What the fuck?
You have not been good guests. Okay, Max, take control, please.
But I like this chaos.
Okay, fair enough. You're going to go ahead and continue. The librarians are just going to go ahead and start to, freaking assault verbally everybody that's still there. Olaf is still there. They're looking at you. They're saying, your guests, your friends are fucked up.
Emmett's gonna hold his tongue because these guys are like hosts, but Emmett's just gonna say out loud. One time I helped a man save his daughter, and I pretty much stopped a riot in the streets. On the basis of basic human decency.
That isn't nearly as offensive enough to get into our records, my good sir. I understand that you were a child of cockroach, and that might be really, really offensive to your people, but seriously, your friends have gone ahead and done us all a fucking disservice, and we very politely request that you go ahead and leave our premises, please, and never fucking come back.
Oh,
Okay.
but Olaf
Let's-
has something tasty.
Yes, go on.
He looks at the librarians and begins to recite his crimes in front of Emmett, the tale singer.
Oh, he's not the tail singer yet, but his eyes just go like. At first, he's like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, of course, he has a rat. Wait, what?
He knows that
What?
several of them are starting to take down notes in their leather-bound tomes. Yes, continue, please. Continue. Tell us about that Mississippi man that you went ahead and brutalized. Tell us about how you went ahead and gut-checked him and left him in the middle of the street to go ahead and be assailed by other vandals. Tell us how you left them to die.
That part probably did happen. We're going to get to some personal ones for Olaf now.
And they continue writing down. Yes, give us all the personal info that you really, really want to give us. Lay it all bare. No, seriously. If you want to go ahead and ruin yourself right now, do it.
They know now about the innocent woman, the mother of two, that he shot in the head 3 times to keep her from testifying about his brother. They know about, and he's declaring these horrible, shameful things, these non-warrior-like things, these things that are just terrible to the Get of Fenris, but sometimes good for the MC, that he's done in his life. They know about the man that, for crimes that he thought were true, him and his buddies chained up to a couple bikes and dragged up and down the street until he died, and then turned out to be innocent of those crimes.
You road rash an innocent person until he died.
Tommy senses a disturbance in the force and starts to cry.
Don't worry,
They-
Jericho is right there to comfort you.
I mean, these are things that, like, the Get of Fenris would view in deep shame. These are not warrior things that he's been up to.
Okay, then. They all as much as you're willing to give them, they will meticulously write down. Here's the thing: the laws of this realm, I do not understand OOC, but at any point in time, if you have gone ahead and contributed enough to the library, I'd be willing to say that the realm goes ahead and kicks you and thanks you very deeply.
Yeah, I could give you a whole compendium of terrible things he's done that I already have straight in my head, and I could offer it up in his words if you want for flavor, but we have been going on for some time.
Please fucking do so. I don't care about the time. Some people might.
And after I drank what amounted to a heart-stopping amount of tequila, I beat a man with a pool cue for looking at me the wrong way and impaled his crotch with the broken cue and then left him there to bleed out. As far as I knew, he was simply a truck driver who was stopping by. There was a shootout with another MC in which my gunfire, untrained, winged a civilian, and then later I learned he was crippled for life in his left arm because of the sinews and other tissue blown out of the shoulder. I have sold en masse AK-47s, MAC-10s, Tech-9s, and other automatic weapons of destruction to other criminals who have used them to perpetrate upon other people. I have, in the name of supposedly cleaning up my city, tied up the makers of methamphetamine and set their business on fire. Unlike most meth labs, it didn't explode. It simply cooked them alive while I watched. This goes on for a while. This is like...
Like, can we go now? We were trying.
Hey, Max, you are the ruler of this realm. I'm simply playing those that record every atrocity that these fuckers are willing to give.
Olaf, you get it out. I don't even understand this realm anymore.
Oh, that mom, by the way. Yeah, he basically orphaned 2 kids.
Oh, you think you're leaving this realm? Don't worry. These sins will come to haunt you.
Oh, dude, yeah, sure, of course.
All you guys have to do is fucking die. Like, oh my gosh.
But
No,
now
if
you're giving us blackmail material. Please continue.
We asked you we'd asked you is it death in the atrocity realm, or does it correspond to death in real life?
Yeah, you never made that distinction, ever.
Actually, somebody, I think, during the course of this
obviously
recording...
I never made that distinction. That's for you to find out for your fucking selves, isn't it?
Hey, let's go ahead and just cut my own head off and see how that goes.
The Vecnag you say is in the next room? Quick, cut off your head so you can put it on.
You know, the first librarian is now delightfully reading about all these new atrocities in his bookshelf, waiting to shelve them off.
We're going to make the librarian Urgle from now on.
Fair enough.
And in the back of his mind, he's like, why don't they ever just kill themselves?
That always... Never mind. Fuck it. I'm
Most
done.
of them just expend their resources or die, but no, members of the Sept of the Green make out and piss themselves.
And then tell all this blackmail material.
Okay, I'm done. Oh god. This scene has continued for way too fucking long.
Yeah, can we end it?
Can
Next,
we just,
please.
time skip, go grab stones, go back to the Sept, be all good?
I'm fine with it. Fucking fine. Thank you all for watching the late night scene and the pissing and the talking. And
No, Max, you must go ahead and land them. Land them back in the penumbral reflection of the Sept of the Green.
Boom.
Emmett just looks around and he just says, I just offered them tea and they kicked me out for being that polite.
Kallie doesn't say anything. She just literally walks away from Waspstinger.
Shifts into lupus, sulks away.
And it's just kind of
Xavier is on the ground in a fetus position.
And you know who was the one person there for all of that story? Emmett. And Olaf just looks at Emmett, and they make eye contact whether Emmett wants to or not.
No, he makes eye contact, and he's just like, hey, I wasn't there for none of that. Keep this shit on the DL. That will be left on the stories. So, agreement?
Agreed.
Okay. Xavier, dude, let me take you back home, bud. Let me drop you off back at Victoria's. Is that alright?
Sidestep, bruh.
Nah, man, I'll just fucking walk you over there, bruh. Let's go.
No. 0 rage, 0 gnosis, 0 willpower. Okay, you can do
right.
that.
So he's like, fuck. Whatever, dude. We'll just walk there normally. I don't give a fuck.
And we'd figure it out, and that's fucking insane.
Thank you, ladies or gentlemen, for following us on this rather traumatic adventure that is